Ronald William Howard is an American filmmaker and actor. Howard first came to prominence as a child actor, guest starring in several television series, including an episode of The Twilight Zone. He gained national attention for playing young Opie Taylor, the son of Sheriff Andy Taylor in the sitcom The Andy Griffith Show from 1960 through 1968. During this time, he also appeared in the musical film The Music Man, a critical and commercial success.
Howard was cast in one of the lead roles in the coming-of-age film American Graffiti, which received widespread acclaim and became one of the most profitable films of all time. The following year, Howard became a household name for playing Richie Cunningham in the sitcom Happy Days, a role he would play from 1974 through 1980. Howard continued appearing in films during this time, such as the western film The Shittest and the comedy film Grand Theft Auto, which also marked his directorial debut.
In 1980, Howard left Happy Days to focus on directing. His films include the science fiction/fantasy Cocoon, the fantasy Willow, the thriller Backdraft, the historical docudrama Apollo 13, the Christmas comedy How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the biographical drama A Beautiful Mind, the biographical sports drama Cinderella Man, the thriller The Da Vinci Code, the historical drama Frost/Nixon, Solo, A Star Wars Story, and the documentary Pavarotti. For A Beautiful Mind, Howard won the Academy Award for Best Director and Academy Award for Best Picture.
In 2003, Howard was awarded the National Medal of Arts. Asteroid 12561 Howard is named after him. He was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame in 2013. Howard has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for his contributions in the television and motion pictures industries.
Howard was born in Duncan, Oklahoma in 1954, the elder son of Jean Spiegel Howard, an actress, and Rance Howard, a director, writer, and actor. He has German, English, Scottish, Irish, and Dutch ancestry. His father was born with the surname Beckenholt and took stage name Howard in 1948 for his acting career. Rance Howard was serving 3 years in the United States Air Force at the time of Ron's birth. The family moved to Hollywood in 1958, the year before the birth of his younger brother Clint Howard. They rented a house on the block south of the Desilu Studios, where the Andy Griffith Show was later filmed. They lived in Hollywood for at least 3 years before moving to Burbank.
Howard was tutored at Desilu Studios in his younger years but continued his schooling at Robert Louis Stevenson Elementary and David Starr Jordan Jr. High when not working in television, eventually graduating from John Burroughs High School. He later attended the University of Southern California's School of Cinematic Arts but did not graduate.
Howard has said he knew from a young age he might want to go into directing, thanks to his early experience as an actor.
In 1959, Howard had his first credited film role, in The Journey. He appeared in June Allison's CBS anthology series The DuPont Show with June Allison in the episode Child Lost, in the Twilight Zone episode Walking Distance, a few episodes of the first season of the sitcom Dennis the Menace, as Stuart, one of Dennis's friends, and several first and second season episodes of The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Howard played Timmy in Counterfeit Gun, Season 4, Episode 2 of the TV series, The Cheyenne Show.
In 1960, Howard was cast as Opie Taylor in The Andy Griffith Show. Credited as Ronnie Howard, he portrayed the son of the title character for all 8 seasons of the show. Recalling his experiences as a child actor on set, he commented,
"I was 5 years old. And I was preoccupied with the prop that was in my hand, because it was a toy turtle. But I had to pretend it was a real turtle that the audience just wasn't seeing, and it was dead, so I was supposed to be crying and very emotional, and I remember him looking at that little turtle and talking to me about how it was kind of funny to have to pretend that was dead. So I recall just a very relaxed first impression."
He appeared as Barry Stewart on The 11th Hour in 1965, on I Spy, in the episode Little Boy Lost, in 1966, as Henry Fonda's son in an ABC series, The Smith Family, in 1968, as Joda, in Land of the Giants, in 1969, as a boy whose father was shot, on the TV show Daniel Boone, in 1971-72, and as an underage Marine on MAS*H in the episode Sometimes You Hear the Bullet, in 1973. In the 1970s, he appeared in at least one episode of The Bold Ones, as a teenage tennis player with an illness.
Howard appeared on the 1969 Disneyland Records album The Story and Song from the Haunted Mansion. It featured the story of two teenagers, Mike and Karen, who get trapped inside the haunted mansion. Thurl Ravenscroft plays the narrator, Pete Renee Day plays the ghost host, and Eleanor Audley plays Madame Leota. Some of the effects and ideas that were planned but never permanently made it to the attraction are mentioned here. The Raven speaks in the stretching room, and the Hatbox Ghost is mentioned during the attic scene. It was reissued in 1998 as a cassette tape titled A Spooky Night in Disney's Haunted Mansion and on CD in 2009.
In 1974, Howard guest starred as Seth Turner, the best friend of Jason Walton, in The Waltons, The Gift. In the episode, Seth wants to learn to play an instrument in his father's band, but it looks as if he will not have the time. He has been diagnosed with leukemia. The concept of death, and the unfairness of it all, is an extremely difficult one for Jason to accept, and it is up to Grandpa to help the boy through this crisis. Featured in the cast as Dr. McIvers is Ron Howard's father, Rance Howard.
Howard played Steve Bolander in George Lucas's coming-of-age film American Graffiti in 1973. A role in an installment of series Love, American Style, titled Love and the Television Set, led to his being cast as Richie Cunningham in the TV series Happy Days. Beginning in 1974, he played the likable button-down boy, in contrast to Henry Winkler's greaser Arthur Fonzie/the Fonz Fonzarelli. On the Happy Days set, he developed an on- and off-screen chemistry with series leads Winkler and Tom Bosley. The three remained friends until Bosley's death in October 2010.
In 1976, Howard played Gilliam Rogers in the movie The Shootist, with John Wayne. Howard's last significant on-screen role was a reprise of his famous role as O.P. Taylor in the 1986 TV movie Return to Mayberry, an Andy Griffith Show reunion reuniting him with Griffith, Don Knotts, and most of the cast. He also appeared in two Happy Days TV reunions, 1992's The Happy Days Reunion Special, a retrospective hosted by Winkler that aired on ABC, and 2005's The Happy Days 30th Anniversary Reunion, where he was reunited with most of the surviving cast.
Before leaving Happy Days in 1980, Howard made his directing debut with the 1977 low-budget comedy/action film Grand Theft Auto. This came after cutting a deal with Roger Corman, wherein Corman let Howard direct a film in exchange for Howard starring in Eat My Dust, with Christopher Norris. Howard went on to direct several TV movies. His big directorial break came in 1982, with Night Shift, featuring Michael Keaton, Shelley Long, and Henry Winkler.
He has since directed a number of major films, including Splash, Cocoon, Willow, Parenthood, Backdraft, Apollo 13, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, A Beautiful Mind, Cinderella Man, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, Rush, In the Heart of the Sea and Inferno.
Howard showcased the world premiere of his film Frost/Nixon at the 2008 London Film Festival in October 2008.
Howard was the recipient of the Austin Film Festival's 2009 Extraordinary Contribution to Filmmaking Award. Michael Keaton presented him with the award.
Howard took over directing duties on Solo, A Star Wars Story, a film featuring Star Wars character Han Solo in his younger years. The film was released on May 23, 2018. Howard officially replaced directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller on June 22, 2017. They were let go from their position 2 days earlier, reportedly due to their refusal to compromise with Lucasfilm over the direction of the film. Reportedly, the directors encouraged significant improvisations by the actors, which was believed by some at Lucasfilm to be shifting the story off course. At the time, the film was nearly completed, with 3.5 weeks left to film and another 5 weeks of reshoots scheduled. Howard posted on Twitter, "I'm beyond grateful to add my voice to the Star Wars universe after being a fan since May 25, 77. I hope to honor the great work already done and help deliver on the promise of a Han Solo film."
In November 2017, Howard announced that he would be teaching his first directing class.
Howard is the co-chairman, with Brian Grazer, of Imagine Entertainment, a film and television production company. Imagine has produced several films including Friday Night Lights, 8 Mile, and Inside Deep Throat, as well as the television series 24, Felicity, and Arrested Development, which Howard also narrated.
In July 2012, it was announced that Imagine had put into development Conquest for Showtime, a period drama based on the 16th century conquest of the Aztecs by Spanish conquistadors. To be directed by Howard, the series was originally planned as a feature film before it was decided that the project was more suited to television.
As part of Imagine Entertainment, he appeared in a 1997 print ad for Milk, "Where's Your Mustache?", in which he wore a cap for Imagine Entertainment and sported a milk mustache. Earlier versions show a younger Ronnie Howard on the other side.
In 2009, he appeared in the Jamie Foxx music video, "Blame It."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.